The people who just met you think you're cold, distant, a little arrogant maybe, hard to read. The 3 or 4 who actually know you would laugh at that. They'd call you the warmest man they've ever met, the one who feels everything. Same man, only one of them has met him. Here is what no one told you. You are not the cold one in the room. You are the man who felt so much, so early, that he had to build something to survive it. They called you soft once, weak, the boy they called the cat, because he cried at pain that wasn't even his. So you took the most tender thing in you and buried it so deep that even you forgot it was there. The world sees a robot. The world is wrong. The robot is only how much the boy had to feel. Tonight I'm taking you down to where you buried him. He didn't die. He's been waiting in the dark a long time for you to come back. Ask him about it, and he'll give you the proudest answer he has. I'm just logical. I don't let feelings run me. I keep a clear head when everyone else falls apart. And it's true. He is the calm one in the crisis, the steady hand, the man who handles it while others come undone. He has built a whole identity on needing nothing, on feeling nothing he can't control. He calls it strength. He calls it being a man. He half believes the world finally rewards him for the very thing it once punished. Here is the lie under the pride. He thinks he turned the feeling off. You can't turn it off. There is no off. There is only hiding, and he became the best hider alive. Watch him at the funeral, dry-eyed, organizing everyone else's grief. Watch him take the bad news without a flicker, already 3 steps into the solution. Everyone sees a man in control. What's actually there is a man holding back a flood, smiling so you won't hear the wall straining. And the cost of looking like you feel nothing is that the people you love start to believe it. So they stop bringing you their hearts. Because who hands their heart to a statue? Here is the truth. You did not learn to control your emotions. You inverted them. The most feeling boy in the room learned, early and hard, that showing it got him hurt. He stepped in for the kid being pushed around and got hit for it. He cried at something true and got a word for it, weak. So he did the only thing a boy can do. He took the part of him that felt everything, and he turned it inside out. He made the softest thing into the hardest shell. That is why the coldness is so complete. It isn't the absence of feeling. It's the size of the feeling, wearing a disguise. A man who felt a little could afford to show a little. You couldn't. You felt too much to risk any of it, so you showed none. The robot is not the opposite of the cat. The robot is the cat, in armor so heavy it stopped being able to move. And here is what it costs you now, the part you don't say out loud. The armor worked so well it sealed shut. You went to let someone in and found the latch had rusted over from the inside. You feel everything. You can show almost nothing. And the only place the feeling still gets out is alone, at night, when something true comes on the screen and there's no one there to call it weak. So where does a man go to get the feeling back? First, understand where it went. Carl Jung had a name for the place a man puts what he can't afford to be. He called it the shadow. And most men misread it. They think the shadow is only the dark in you, the cruelty, the rage, the greed you keep out of sight. But Jung was clear. The shadow is everything you disowned to become who the world would accept. And for some men, the thing they had to disown was their gentleness. Your shadow is not a monster. Your shadow is a boy who cries easily, and you have been ashamed of him your whole life. Most men on this path are digging for the wolf they were taught to bury, the force, the anger, the teeth. Your exile is the opposite. You buried the gentlest thing you had, Jung mapped how in 1921, in a book called Psychological Types, led with cold logic, he said, and the part of you that feels falls into the dark until it goes quiet and clumsy and unlived. He called it the feeling function. In you, it isn't weak. It's just been buried alive. Robert Johnson, in a book called Owning Your Own Shadow, said the thing that should land hardest. We resist the noble parts of our shadow more fiercely than the dark ones. It is easier to admit you can be cruel than to admit you were always this soft. And there's an old law that explains the whole inversion. Jung borrowed a word from Heraclitus, Enantiodromia. Anything pushed hard enough to one extreme turns into its opposite. Push tenderness all the way down, and it doesn't vanish. It comes back up wearing the face of coldness. The warmest boy becomes the coldest man, not by accident, but by law. You've met him here in other armor, the one who hides behind the joke, the one who guards every room instead of living in it. This is the one who turned his own heart to stone and called it growing up. The stone is not who you are. It's a boy in the costume of a man who feels nothing, terrified that if he takes it off, they'll hit him again. You don't fix this by forcing yourself to cry on cue. That's just the robot performing feeling, which is more of the same. You let the cat back up, slowly, in 3 moves. The first is to meet the cat without apology. The next time the feeling rises, alone, at the song or the memory, don't rush to shut it down. Don't call it weak. Stay with it. That wet-eyed boy is not your flaw. He's the most alive thing you own. For 1 minute, stop guarding the door and let him be in the room with you. You are not learning to feel. You already feel more than almost anyone. You are learning to stop being ashamed of it. The second is to let one person see. Not everyone, not all at once. A flood drowns people if you open the gate all the way after 30 years. One person you trust, one true thing, said out loud with the feeling still on it. That got to me. I'm not okay about this one. Watch what happens. They don't recoil. They lean in. They've been waiting years to meet the man behind the armor, and they just caught a glimpse of him. The third is to stop living split. You think there are 2 of you. The robot for the world, the boy for the dark. You believe you have to pick one. You don't. The whole man is not the cat, and he is not the robot. He's a man who can feel the entire thing and still stand, moved and unbroken in the same breath. The strength was never in not feeling. The strength is feeling all of it and not being run by it. That isn't the armor. That's the man the armor was hiding. The man who goes back down for the boy does not become soft. He becomes whole. He keeps the steadiness. He's still the calm one in the storm. But now there's a man inside the calm, not a vacancy. He feels the thing in the room and lets it reach his face. He weeps when something is worth weeping for, and he doesn't check first whether anyone is watching. He is not cold. He never was. He's the warmest man you'll ever meet, and now you don't have to survive a winter to find out. The cat is not in the dark anymore. He's sitting out in the open, beside a man finally strong enough to keep him safe. You spent 30 years guarding a door, so no one could see the boy who feels too much. The boy was never the weakness. The guarding was. You can let him out now. It's just you down there, and he has been waiting a very long time to be held instead of hidden. If you felt the other armor too, the one that hides behind the joke, that's the next door. I'll see you in the next one.